What is Charity Week? Maybe you've heard of it from your friends or family, maybe at school or on campus, but you're not quite sure what exactly Charity Week does and how you can take part in it. So, let me explain. Charity Week aims to help orphans and needy children around the world with one vision: unity. This is a common concept in nature. Migratory birds would never be able to reach their destination alone, so they travel together, thousands of miles. Wolves travel in packs and protect each other. Pooling all their efforts, bees become tiny architects. There are countless examples, but when it comes to helping people, we simply forget about the power of unity. I mean, we give in charity, but rarely together. So as an individual, we can only help so many people for a limited amount of time. Take Amina, for example. She's sick, so we decide to help. We send over some money, maybe a lot of money, maybe even specific medication. But we forget that money and medication are very quickly used up. One doctor's appointment is never gonna do it. And what about the 100 other children that need help just as much as Amina? So why not come together, pool not only our money but our effort to help not only one child but a whole village with new medical equipment, hospitals, seminars for doctors and nurses? How about sustainable solutions that don't just benefit more children but generations? Yup. We could send Ahmed some school supplies, a whole bunch of pens and pencils, even a notebook with 100 pages. But even 1,000 pages are full at some point. And what about Ahmed's sister who can't even go to school because the classrooms are too small, the buildings are too old, and there aren't enough teachers? So how about we unite, fix the school, expand the school, renovate the school, help train more teachers? How about we help not only Ahmed, but all children in his community? This is exactly what Charity Week has been successfully doing for over a decade. Every year, volunteers come together and raise money for projects that are sustainable and benefit not only individuals, but whole communities. Projects like water tower systems that save rainwater in reserve tanks and are used during drought seasons. But see, it's not just drinking water. It's a system to provide water for sanitation, like water to flush a toilet or take a shower. And it's not just sanitation either. It's water for the crops they grow to provide food for the whole community. Throughout the years, we have been able to provide hospitals that lacked life-saving equipment with what they needed to give children a chance at life. For us, that didn't just mean sending over some monitors and incubators. Of course, but it also meant educating staff and engineers on how to operate and fix the equipment when needed. Every year, young volunteers around the world come together to raise millions for projects just like this. Projects that don't just help children in need, but they also help them to get out of poverty for good. So how do you raise the money? That's the fun part. Once a year, young people around the world come together and join all their creative energy to come up with fun events to raise money. So that could be a cake stall, because, I mean, who doesn't like cake? But it can also be a bit crazy, like talking a professor into shaving his head if a specific amount of money is raised, organizing a quiz night, or a fun race. From sport tournaments to costume-themed events, volunteers come together and achieve unbelievable things, like raising over £1 million, over €1 million, over $1 million in just 1 week. So what happens with the money? You choose. Charity Week is a project by Islamic Relief, so every year there's a list of sustainable projects that benefit children around the world. You choose which projects you want to have implemented. Islamic Relief is already there on the ground to make it happen. You can find more information, such as detailed annual reports that show what projects have been funded throughout the years, at www.charityweek.com.